Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Fun Size, and today we're going to be looking at our boy Blue Vegito. Now, there has been some speculation among the Dokkan community and the Twitter account, the Japanese official Twitter for Dokkan, and a video that was recently deleted. And we have some things that are pointing towards either future Saga and or just towards Cell or Trunks and his involvement with his time machine and all that stuff, right? So in honor of that, whether the leaks are true and accurate or not, this guy Vegito Blue might be receiving a very good linking partner, potentially undisputed #1 in the game. So I figured let's make a video on him. So if you find yourself at any point enjoying this video and or it helped you out at all, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more content and videos like this from me, and it also really helps me with the algorithm. So without further ado, let's jump in, boys.
スーパーサイヤ人ゴッド、こんな世界があったなんてよ。よし、オラ動く。
トランクス、この先を見ろ。まだ見ぬ敵を、宇宙最強。お前が誇り高きサイヤ人の血を引く者ならば、俺の息子ならば誰にも負けることは許さん。俺超えてみせます。目の前の敵も父さんも。
Okay, so we are in the event now, and okay, not looking too hot, but I mean we get some hits with Vegeta and Trunks, so that's good. Let's start that off really quickly before I start talking and rambling and whatever as to more speculations as to what the worldwide actually could be. Now, if we're going off of the leaks, right, like if we're like, bro, I'm so hyped. If this is real, if we have future Saga on the way for worldwide and it's like a double Vegito, I'm down for that. Like, you guys that have been following the channel already know I'm a Vegito fanboy. That is my dude. That is my homie. We are blood brothers, okay? Me and Vegito, we go way back, all right? Now, that leaves open potentially, could it be a standalone Vegito? Or do you guys think it's gonna follow the traditional format of having a blue Goku and a blue Vegeta and then they fuse, right? Like that would make sense for the most part. But you know what, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, knowing Dokkan, knowing Akatsuki, they're gonna go, you know what, we're gonna do Vegeta and Goku as Super Saiyan Blue, and they're gonna fuse another, you know, unit that does something like that. But that's okay, that's fine, because in the future we're gonna then get standalone Vegito, which is more Vegitos for us to have. I'm totally okay with it, but that just means it's gonna take much longer to actually get a standalone Vegito, which is, I mean, that's cool, but at the same time, like, man, I want Vegito like to be the best that he can be, so I'm actually totally okay with him coming out later. Hear me out, right? Because then we potentially get an intro for him, and they're probably going to give an intro to the worldwide units. I mean, that would make sense, right? And if they don't, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just intros are really cool, in my opinion. They add so much to the game when you're actually able to watch your favorite units just either transform or walk out onto the stage like, hey, I'm here. You know, like it's a lot of fun. But all in all, I'm so glad. I can't get ahead of myself. I'm saying it like it's already true. Like, oh, I'm so glad it's Vegito. I really don't know. Okay, so if it is, I did potentially call this right? Like back in my speculation video, I said this is what we could get, and I'm so down with it, right? Because Vegito is heavily underrepresented in this game, very heavily underrepresented. I mean, look at how many we have. We have 3 standalone Vegito's, and they're all doo-doo. They're all doo-doo. So, I mean, I can only hope and speculate, right? Because, like I said, if we did get him, that would be so fire. Oh my gosh. I'm excited about it. I'm so excited. So I'm really hoping that it is true, but if it's not, then, well, we might get SSJ2 Gohan, which, hey, I'm down for that too. I'm so down. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest here. I already said this. However, I'm gonna say it again just for the sake of consistency and overall conveying my point here as to how important this actually would be toward the game, is if they came out with Beast. I know, some of you might have called it, I know. However, if they did come out with Beast and SSJ2 like rehash, man, that would be so hype. I'm telling you, bro, it would be so fire. It'd be so fire. But nonetheless, I mean, if it's Vegito, it's still gonna be mad fire. At least me as a Vegito fan, that would be just mwah, mwah. Besides Beast Gohan, right? Like if we got Beast Gohan, I don't know what I would do. I really don't know what I would do. And so far, by the way, this run has been going actually surprisingly very well. We haven't been getting blasted, and or even if we did, we heal, and then we're getting all the things that we need right now, which is very good, which is not too common, if I'm being honest, against this Omega Shenron here, because he likes to just either kill us or he likes to die too fast, in which case we don't want any of that. So we're getting our hits with these guys, right? We're gonna be fully built up if they don't kill him here. And what I mean by built up is that their active skill will be ready to go. Like we'll have all 4 hits that we need, and then we'll be chilling. However, I don't know if we have enough supers. That's kind of what I'm worried about. Like running all these units on this team, this is a team without like the Vegito and stuff like that. If you were to add other units, this team is actually pretty consistent, I find, because you have 2 very strong slot 1 units, right? You have the Goku, and then you have the Vegeta and Trunks. Those are your slot 1 anchors. Like those are your go-tos, right? Now in this particular case, well, you can kind of pick who you want. Like it's kind of like it's debatable as to who is better there, Vegeta and Trunks or Goku. I mean, Goku's more defensively viable right away, but Vegeta and Trunks, for long-term sake, is going to inevitably be better. So it's kind of like, hey, who's better right now, right? Who's designed for the fight? And for the most part, Goku is designed for this fight. And I'm gonna be honest, I do need to get hits, or not, excuse me, I need to get supers. I need to get supers with these guys, otherwise we are not surviving the STR phase by any means. If they get caught at all, like if they take any damage, we pretty much either die or we come very close to death, in which case we are trying to minimize damage as much as possible. Even though we put them in slot 1 and put them at risk, I definitely want to get them more stacks. That's what we need. And we want them to be closer to getting their active skill as well. So hopefully we can make that happen and not get absolutely blown apart into oblivion, in which case we also need to get another stack with Vegeta and Trunks here. That's going to come in very clutch. It's going to be very vital. Also, as far as future goes, what does that mean for future if it's double Vegito? Well, what that means is that we're going to potentially also get a villain counterpart for the celebration. Most of the time we do, right? We get a good guy and a bad guy, good guy, bad guy. So if that's the case, brother, we very well might see Vegito and Rage Zamasu, and Vegito and Buhan. Hey, you know that I'm hey, those are my boys. I loved the Goku Black arc. That was definitely a banger, if you ask me. As far as the arcs go, Vegito's first appearance with the Buu saga, that is still something I hold very dear to my heart, as far as just childhood memories, or even like preteen to teenage memories. I remember having like the Buu saga, or at least like a couple of VHS tapes. For those of you who don't know what VHS tapes are, they're basically like how do I they're like physical videos. That sounds weird, but it's like a video that you can hold. It's like a tape, right? I don't even know, man, this is hard to actually explain now. Am I getting old? Well, most of you should know that watch my videos, and if you don't know what a VHS is, then basically it's like something that your grandma or even your parents would have in the attic, and you might be on their first videotape of being born or something. I don't know. It's what, 2023 now? Yeah, most of you guys don't even know what that is. They're like, what is that? I've only known MP3s and MP4s. What are you talking about? It's all digital now. I know, but back in the day, there used to be things that you actually had to carry around to get information to places. I know, it's crazy. But back in the day, I did have the Majin Buu saga, or at least a few of them, a few tapes. So that means only a few episodes of the old school Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu saga, and it was just the best. Okay, it was the best, because I got to see Ultimate Gohan in action. I got to see a little bit of Buu-Tanks, and it left me right at the cliffhanger of Vegito's first appearance. And you know how many times I've watched those same tapes over and over and over again? Like, I wanted to see what happened so bad. Even if I knew what happened, I was like, oh, I already know what happened. Like, it's whatever. Like, they defeat Buu because of the video games, right? Like the Tenkaichi Budokai and all that. Also, that's coming whenever that comes here. That's gonna be super hype as well. That's another childhood piece of nostalgia that is a part of me as well. Playing the Tenkaichi Budokai games. Oh, dude, countless hours just putting different characters against each other, man. Oh, it was so dope. It was so cool. And if it's anything like that, but just way more polished and fluid, dude, I will be in bliss. I will just be so happy with the Dragon Ball, the fandom, the whole brand, everything, the whole IP. I will be happy with Dragon Ball. Right, with between Dokkan and Tenkaichi and the stories that people make up on YouTube and whatever, like, man, Dragon Ball is just, mwah. I don't know how anybody could hate on Dragon Ball, but hey, people say it's just a bunch of screamers and whatever. Yeah, we love that. Big muscles and screams, we love those. Anyway, yeah, Majin Buu saga was really cool to me. And Majin Buu was just this bubblegum monster that just needed to be stopped. In which case, our boy Vegito made that happen for the most part. I mean, he gave him a beatdown of a lifetime, right? So, hey, that is why Vegito is just that guy to me. And even when I saw what actually happened some years later, when I was able to actually get access, more access to the internet, and I was more experienced on how to find things like that, it was so dope. I won't forget it. It was so dope. Oh, good times, man. Good times. Anyway, if we do get a double Vegito, like I said, that's going to be like maximum peak, or at least very close to peak hype for me. And we did actually go ahead and reset here just to see if I could try to get some more orbs. And unfortunately, we really don't get much more, to be honest. Yeah. We didn't get much orbs. I believe we were changing the green ones, in which case, yeah, cool, we had green ones, but now we run the risk of dying because we are not able to actually get any orbs. And I don't want to make the mistake of rotating Super Saiyan 4 off, because I have made that in the past and he'll just die because he doesn't have the damage reduction that we need from him being in slot 1. And then you're not going to rotate off Vegeta and Trunks, right? So he's just left out back, like, oh well, I hope he doesn't die. So it is what it is. And I couldn't put Majub in first slot there either, because again, we didn't get any orbs that we needed. So we kind of had to just eat that, like, as unfortunate as it is, like, we just kind of had to eat that with Super Saiyan God Goku here, in which case he's my dude, my G for that. But he still took quite a bit of damage because he's not really been the focal point and focus of this this run here. In which case Vegito was doing fine. Like, we got him out like at perfect timing. I was doing so much talking about him that I forgot to necessarily talk about him in the actual video here. But he was doing actually really good, but that was only because he was out for like one turn in the STR phase and we didn't have to worry about it anymore. Like, that is the ideal position for him, especially when he comes out. If you can get to the STR phase before he comes out, you basically have a unit that is going to dodge and do a lot of damage, a whole lot of damage to that STR phase. But there's a trade-off to that if you haven't been able to get a lot of damage with your other units like stacks or anything of the sort. Like, if you're coasting and you need damage more than anything, he's gonna be the one to do it, right? Like, he's meant to do that anyway. But now now things get a little scarier, because, well, it's not that scary, because we're probably going to get like a full heal right here, because we have been stacking with the Boo Boys, and that's another thing that the Boo Boys are really good at doing. Let's go ahead and pop this as well. Yep, cool, did no damage. Good job, boys. Good job. Also, in other plans, I might be coming out with a LR tier list of my own, just to speak on the matter, because I've been using a lot of these LRs in the last few months, a good 6 months or so, just about, and I've had a lot of playtime with a lot of these units, and it's just funny because most of the units that I use are the best units in the game, but ooh, that hurted. We can't eat another one of those. Okay, so we're about to find out right now if Vegito is dead or not, because normally he would have AoE'd like 7 times, in which case I'm very happy and fortunate that he didn't do that here, because otherwise Vegito's dead. Because you saw how much damage we took, right? He got hit one time and we're almost dead. Also, I'm kind of worried because he hasn't supered yet, and if he supers these guys, I'm kind of gonna be sad. I'm not gonna hold you, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'd be sad, because these guys have been doing so well for me lately in all of these showcases and all of these just videos in general, and even in their own video they did fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better situation for them, right? But all in all, please don't super. Just please don't do that. Don't end my run like this, please don't. I know you want to, and I know it sounds fun, but please do not. Don't do that. And Vegito, we're gonna check out your damage here, bud. And you crit for 4.7 million. That is fantastic. Can we get a few more of those, please? That would be great. Also, no, he didn't crit, and he stopped at 2. What a guy. Oh man, he's at 24 key and he did 2 supers. That's pretty sick there. That's pretty sick nasty, if you ask me. And he can't notice that, first of all, he didn't super, and second of all, we were able to tank normals after that super. Those 2 supers. That's very good information to have. So, I mean, he's usable here, if you want to call it that. We did a lot of damage with the physical unit, right? The Boo Boys. So, I mean, was it really fair? Yes. But was it fair? No, because we pretty much immediately threw him off, because if not, he dies. So, I mean, he's there if you need him. Okay, I'll just say that he's there if you need him. And if it wasn't a fight where his AoE normals, if this fight didn't have AoE normals, I'd say go for it. Go ahead, use Vegito, use Gogeta, use them. I don't care. Like, they would be actually pretty decent in this fight, because of they massively raise defense on super, and then after that they're kind of constantly raising their defense because of how many times they're supering, and it's all gravy. It's all good. If they get supered, they have a chance to dodge, especially in slot 3. That's where you're probably going to have them anyway. So AGL Goku did not get enough stacks. I see. Please don't super him. Please don't. Okay, this isn't a bad thing that we're getting super God Goku here. And he can tank a super. Actually, no, we didn't get enough orbs for him, I don't think. Oh, this might be bad. Please don't end my run here. Like, we've come so close with no items either. This is a no item run, potentially, with Vegito on the team. So yeah, that's kind of where he stands. Like, he's definitely not meant for this event, but he can hang. He can hang. Like, he's good enough to deal some damage when he needs to, and when he's out, he's just like, hey everybody, I'm gone. And then he's, you know, he comes in, does his damage, and leaves. So that's Vegito in this showcase, and we actually didn't finish him here. Wow. Okay, please don't super, please don't super, please don't super. Wait, he already supered. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm having lapse of memory. My bad. He already supered. So honestly, we could just hit him with like the bomb to be flashy and annoying. So yeah, we'll leave the skip on. We don't gotta watch it and all that. I'm sure most of us by now have watched the standbys for these units many times. Okay, so this was the Vegito Blue showcase, if you will, in the Omega Shenron event. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching, and hey, stay gravy, baby. You know, just hey, I'm talking to you right there. Also, thank you for all the subs again, and for all the support and all the views and everything. I love you guys, and I hope to be able to bring more value to your lives through my content, if you will. Nice end screen. Love, perfect way to end it. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.